on the map?
Yeah, sure. That should probably be done first.
Derp.
You will go get a map and show it to the prisoner, like unchain one of his arms and say, mark it on the map, and I may decide to spare you.
Captain Thomas looks completely befuddled at the map, and he shakes his head and says, "My lord, I cannot. I have never seen a map of this place. I feel it, my lord. I can feel the direction. It is that way." He sort of points, judging from the direction, he seems to be pointing towards a great jumping-off point.
Well, that is peculiar indeed. Sin will frown and say, I figured as much. It was worth a try. Very well, you will have to endure your current state a little bit longer while I decide what to do. But I suppose it will be changed sooner or later, one way or the other. In the meantime, you can think of ways how you can prove your worth for now, since you're still alive and you may stay alive if you have more interesting information. Anything that you can think of might be of help. And you will leave again.
Okay.
And do things. Probably bring up the point that he can feel the direction and not mark it on the map at the next opportunity he sees Alanari.
Yeah, and probably stated that the great jumping off point is pointing out.
I mean, she'll just sort of shake her head and say, "We will explore that venue at some point. It is not a current priority. We can keep them around in the slave camp. You said they had been slaves before. They will know how to do. Let's put them to work. Mark them down so we can find them again."
Yes, that seems like a good idea. I'm just worried that his visions might stop at some point. Who knows where he got them from? Maybe whatever is sending those visions just does it for a limited time, then trucks.
Keep an eye on him. If he's trouble, we can always just end his life.
Perhaps, yeah.
All right.
So Jonas, the great jumping off point is a way down, right?
Yes, it is like a 2,000 feet drop.
How the hell is there an entrance to the surface there? That's just ridiculous.
We're like within a hollow mountain.
It's not ridiculous. Come on, man. Sometimes you gotta go down to get up.
It's true.
Apparently.
Oh god, when we question Jonas on how to get out, what would be north?
It's like one of those Google Maps trails. He knows that he can go that way, but of course he has to find the underground lake and then swim like 600,000 kilometers up it.
It gives you the most awkward route.
Yeah.
All right. Well, time passes, and Rilinid is scouting for fantastic opportunities.
And because, it's him, he moves at a 40 feet per round speed, not a 30 feet per round speed. I know.
All right, he's going solo through the jungle.
Well, all the others, they can wait by the garrison, the ruined one, and he'll be there to meet them too. We're gonna wait for the Mushroom Man, because I don't want him walking to Vothis without Rilinid.
Sure.
Since it's actually 2 days, he can definitely go through a lot more tiles than just the 10. But, he's got to take time to relax, too. Think about how awesome he is. We'll just do that.
Yeah, right.
He's going alone with his vanish capabilities. Should he get encountered, he's confident that he could outrun or at least hide from anything. I mean, he's fucking awesome. He's fabulous. Besides,
and you looked at these 10?
Yeah, there's 10. 807, 808, 809. I guess since my character does move fast and I can just do it per 2 days, sure, we'll prospect those two. Why not? We'll do through 705, 805, 905, all the way down to 708, 809, 908.
All right.
13 hexes of fun.
Lovely.
Yep. Any random encounters will get, vanished. I'll fucking throw glitter dust in their faces. I'll distract them with haunting mists.
I'm fabulous, and I'm away.
That's right. No gnome airship, but
No, but
fungal wolves are gonna be like, how the fuck do we even do this? What the fuck is this?
Alright, I will mark that down and roll that. For you, is not immediately emergency.
It's fine.
But I'll roll that for you later.
Fantastic.
And then by the end of the 3-month period, everyone convenes back to office, I guess.
Yeah.
A mushroom comes through the office's gates.
Oh, yeah.
How to go? Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, Rilinid returns triumphant.
Absolutely. That 16,000 gold pieces worth of BP and shit. Every single fucking copper piece is gone.
Yep, burned everything. To impress the alchemist. And it worked. It worked. Sano, the second sage, he seems interested in, taking in. He does comment that there seems to be an awful little of anything growing here. He seems very displeased by it, but, he'll...
Like his community project.
Exactly.
There'll be the discussions, basically, we are outside the verdant, fertile fungal jungle area, and now, hopefully the second sage here, Zano, can understand why we're so interested in learning how to be more harmonious with the land and the fungal jungle, because we don't have much in the way of anything verdant or feeding out here. Wars. It's kind of rough.
It's kind of rough. He agrees.
So, but we do have tower. Look at tower. Look at tower.
Oh, there's a fancy tower. Yeah, he looks pleased by the tower, and he will tell Rilinid that he will inspect it and make himself at home.
And Rilinid will ask, obviously, while it was built to specifications that he understood, he doesn't know a whole lot about Zan, physiology and what they might find suitable, so by all means, there's still some room in the budget if the sage thinks that anything else could be of use.
Yes, he will certainly consider that, he says, but for now he will make himself comfortable in a tower.
Fantastic.
And see what he can see up there.
Fantastic. Rocks.
Rocks up there.
So our favourite place is probably the laboratory with all the mushrooms in it.
I'd like to introduce you to the bitch I'm fabulous saunter.
Indeed.
With a stony whistle and everything.
It's pretty great.
I'd say when you entered the city of Zan, I could just imagine you going into this massive cloud of glitter above you.
I imagined something like Aladdin's entrance in the city of Agripar.
I mean, everyone quit with them has had this glorious, sumptuous, banquet, all these wonderful things, soothing oils to gently apply to their feet and legs and all these sorts of things. Oh my God, Rilinid! Holy shit, man, this is great.
I love this. Oh man, it's great.
Yeah.
But yeah. End of the first cycle, so to speak. It's time for another council meeting.
Assemble!
Right.
Council assemble!
Rilinid's back. I guess we can talk to each other again. Holy shit.
Well, we have to have Rilinid do a meeting.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Well, otherwise it will be vacancy penalty, so...
Vacancy penalty, otherwise you might be is this the Caster's Tower thing worked? I mean... smelling of wonderful, fragrant oils and, incense and herbs, and you just taste, it smells like spice,
Yeah, shove it down the table. Rilinid needs his seat.
Oh, yes. There's still the stone mask there, but it smells as if it's been anointed with oil. It shines in the light.
Tarlin seems to be taking notes.
I think a few people are taking notes.
And if I need to make another knowledge nobility check for how can I make myself look badass, I got this. It's
Excellent. All right, the council reconvenes. First, Upkeep.
No.
First, our wonderful warden gets to attempt a stability check.
Yep. He sure is.
Or someone else can roll that for him if
Yeah.
Jonas...
Do you want me to roll it, or do you...
Why don't you roll, Rae'nkalar?
Very well.
I can roll.
Stability, so plus 21.
No.
No.
Oh, yes, I guess it is.
That's 21.
Yeah,
So.
I thought, it adjusted for whatever reason.
Oh god damn it.
Burp, 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 burp.
Unrest is increased by 1. How about you fucking explain that, ass?
The DC was 24.
Yeah,
That's-
well,
that's-
give me some flavor here.
That's
Yeah,
unrest
like, why-
back up to 3.
Yeah, why has unrest increased? Explain. Everyone in the council looks at Rae'nkalar.
Hey, the warden's not in charge of that, but... Clearly in our absence, when me and Zin left, all the patrols decided to run amok among... Since there was lower amounts of, our authority showing.
You left?
Yes, but we had business to attend to. There were humans.
Business? Humans? You let the kingdom fall apart for humans?
I don't interrupt you, do I, Rilinid?
Well, that's because I'm actually competent at my job.
Tristan looks annoyed. You could always say it might as well have been his fault. He wasn't here either.
Just a thing. We should have one less unrest than we do now. We build a house after all.
We did fix the house, so it's actually it's actually back to 2, but we still did gain a point of unrest.
It's true.
Yeah. We can actually add the buildings now to...
Why is Talon happy? Is it because I go kill people now?
Okay, so
Maybe.
we have 5 houses in Fastervolt, and then we have a caster's tower, and then we have a mill in... There we go. Fastervolt.
Mill wasn't...
Yeah, mill is in Fastervolt.
Yeah.
I marked it down. So actually, with like the buildings being completed, that gives a plus 22, which is still you had a
Not enough.
23. Damn it, dude.
Still a natural 1 too. It always
How,
works.
how are we gonna get it? How are we gonna do this?
Do what?
Nothing. It's okay.
No. Talk to us.
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, wait. Who is in Fast? Who's taking care of Fasterwolf? We're all here.
We have that guy. What was his name?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Lawless.
guy that
Lawless
stabbed
Equilibrates.
the.
And should he get out of line, there are people to see to that who will tell us about that.
I'm sure he is competent and
Do we have
skilled at
people
what he
that
does.
take keep an eye on that guy?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
He did faint,
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. He's not the one increasing our unrest.
You know, the evil thing is, DDR's just made something up.
The rampaging of unruly drow soldiery through the populace. Yeah, it has certainly riled up the people again.
God damn it.
Qual interjects that it is regrettable. Many of the terror many of the people felt towards some of the family seems to have disappeared when the family was not on hand. But he will say that he will redouble his efforts to try to suppress this.
Honorary frowns. It would seem that we need some extraordinary... some way to quickly teach them that this is unacceptable.
Are we all gonna look at Talon now?
No?
Okay.
Well, edicts is the next one. Do you wish to make any official proclamations about taxes, diplomacy, or other kingdom-wide stuff?
Well, we
we could all. There's still a lot more. Like, issue edicts is all the way down to, like, step 7. We have a lot more to go through.
Oh, let's see, but it is in phase 2 edicts?
It's phase 2, but not step 2.
Oh, yeah,
It
sorry.
is
No,
step
I'm
7.
no, you're completely correct. I'm getting tired.
did Xano, the second sage, agree to be in the council?
No.
No.
He doesn't want that?
Not at this time. It wishes to acclimate itself to its surroundings. It does not feel as if it could be an appropriate leader. Perhaps. And Rilinid just sort of snorts. Dandaria could be offered the position.
Well, there he nods and says, I've spoken with her. She seems quite fit for it.
Tristan looks at Elenari, why not? Well, Garrus does teach us to use all. She does a slight feel like we're really being forced here by an unknown force. DM.
What, me? I've done nothing.
What? You said the mushroom didn't want to.
Mushroom doesn't want to, mushroom doesn't want to.
Well, we have to use all we have to use all our, what's it called in English? Resources. My English sucks today.
At any rate, the Xano might change its mind in time. However, it does wish to focus on research and studying, and as we wish it to be used in that aspect, I am willing to let it have its way for now. It really is serving as an ambassador here. That is primarily my pitch that I made to the alchemist and sage, which caused the agreement.
Oh, there he nods. I suppose then we should set word for Vytharia. We might as well get this business over with immediately.
Yes.
Alright.
So are we
let's
gonna
see
get her in the council or not?
Yes, the idea is to make her the magister.
First
Well,
then,
we do have
pay for consumption is the next one.
Isn't like one of the first steps to appoint new leadership?
No,
Right, sure.
Jonas
Indeed,
flipped
it's phase.
Jonas flipped back to upkeep phase, yeah. In that case, we're looking to pay 3 consumption, so 18 minus 3 is 15.
Yeah, vacant magic item slots. Well, you have the caster's tower now, which I will roll up. Not right now, but I will.
Sure.
Yes, modify on rest.
Okay, we don't have any negative values. I still don't think we need to use Tarlin for that roll.
No.
No.
Well, looks a little bit disappointed, but you know, he's gives him more time to engage with Tristan. So that's
yay!
We have other ways to deal with unrest. It's fine.
More
we have
awkwardness.
ways.
That's right. We have our ways. See,
right.
that's assigning leadership. In which case, a word is sent for Andaria to come with due haste.
To get her ass in here.
Extend the table.
And Daria enters the council chamber.
Good. Well, we gesture to a chair.
It is so awkward. She knows everyone in here except Elenari doesn't like her.
Yeah, that is a perfectly good position.
She nods at Rilinid, glares at Sandor,
What did Sander do?
and then carefully gingerly sits down.
Elenari will smile and say, the council has decided that you are to be approached with an offer. The offer is for a position among us, the position of a magister. You will do research and see in what ways magical abilities and the magical market can be put to use for our kingdom.
You see a glint of surprise in her eyes.
Rilinid. Of course, just sort of like fiddling with a glove, not even looking at her. You may refuse this role. We do not wish to detract unduly from your research.
She, gives a faint smile towards Rilinid, but she looks serious. And she, looks down the table and says, "Very well then, matron. I and Daria Savastia, the last of my house, accept this position. I asked for such a chance. It would seem foolish of me not to take it when offered." She bows.
Well, there you not. Make sure that that we do not regret our decision.
Looking at a +3 for her for Magister, Jonas.
Let's see here.
Magister is based on intelligence or charisma. I figured, given what you had said, she's probably around the +3 to +4 range.
She is a +4.
Oh, okay.
She's smart.
Well, he did say that.
There we go. We have enough economy now to actually give the Zan a benefit from the treaty.
Damn mushroom.
Then
21, that's pretty good.
Then, my lords, consider my research and my intellect to the disposal of the council. She smiles. I will do my best to implement then some new policies when it comes to magic use in the kingdom. I am sure it will be much beneficent.
Well, there will not. Well, it seems to be acceptable. Good. Shall we continue? Sort of assuming that Daria will sit quietly for a little while,
Yeah, she seems to sit back and carefully study the members around the council table.
Then we're on to step 2 again.
Yep. Claim and abandon hexes.
In which case Rilinid will step up. And Daria's kind of whatever, fine. Rilinid will point to his magnificent maps that he has to the side of the wall and says, "The progress to the fungal jungle must continue," pointing to hexes 503 and 504. Deducting 2 BP from the treasury in the process, bringing us to 13.
Yep.
Two builds.
Yep, 2 builds.
Yep, no one from the NPC council is debating this at least.
Yeah. Furthermore, as it is obvious, for we did it just a short time ago, roads must be constructed in those hexes as well to expedite travel. Which would be another 2 build points.
Yep.
Which I've deducted, brings us down to 11 in the treasury.
Yep. Alright, wonderful. Then create and improve settlements.
Let's say, I created improved settlements. Rilinid will say, "As it seems that unrest has grown with the actions of others and the inactions of others, it seems prudent that we could use a means by which to dispel unrest. To that extent, I recommend perhaps building something as a jail here, a place to store and properly oversee, perhaps with the guidance of the Master of the Lash, the discipline of dissenters."
Gorval Harak nods. A proper house of pain, my lords, is an effective tool of management.
This will not be as so expensive, for we already have the means to properly fund it. The garrison will help make it cheaper, for the soldiers also care about order to some extent, and indeed, as mentioned in the last council meeting, and from beneath the table, Rilinid picks up like this fucking lyre building, puts it on the table, slides it towards Sandor. "The badge which denotes the station of Master Builder."
He eagerly grabs for it. and like with glinting eyes, and then that crooked, weird, gleeful smile of his, sort of, run his finger over it. It says, "It is exquisite, my lords." He smiles his toothy smile.
That, however, is my suggestion. Is there a better recommendation for what we do with our manpower?
Eleanor shakes her head. She agrees with the Carol.
As we are also attempting to increase how laws are put together here, it would fit quite well.
Jonas, I'm just adding the Caster's Tower to the current events on our kingdom sheet. How long? What's the duration of it?
It will give you 3 times back.
Means that must be then like.
It will give you a total of 90.
Yeah, so that is then 5.
It'll be 16 per turn, so yeah, something
16,
like around.
and then the 6th turn there will be some left.
Yeah.
So 6 turn duration.
Okay. Well, if that's the only building recommendation, then we would pass through to create army units, and I think that's still a no.
Yeah, and we don't really have the money to, or just consumption to spare to hold an army up.
Issue edicts. Well, as soon as we get to that situation.
Do you want the jail placed in any special location?
In Vathis, as for specific location, I guess like not next to the houses, so we can put it like next to the 2 towers.
Alright.
That'd be great.
Like, there? What do you want in here?
This is the watchtower, probably a good idea.
Yeah, next to the watchtower, that'll be fine.
Sure.
Okay.
The 2 towers.
Yes. That's a reference.
Who can now stand against a drunk guardsman and his van?
That's right. Palantirs for everyone.
Palantirs for everyone.
Vote Rilinid.
That's right. Honest
Rilinid.
Discount Palantirs.
He does look peculiar. Samuel.
Oh, good times. Good
What a
times.
strange fella.
Yep.
Yeah, so not creating any army then. Edicts then.
Oh, well, in that case, Rilinid will just sort of like lean back and say, the diplomatic mission to the Zan was a resounding success. Although it took considerable haranguing, I managed to manipulate and maneuver the alchemist into accepting such a treaty, and indeed our renown has grown with our friends now officially because of my diplomatic maneuvering. I let them off the hook for the time being, however the benefit to our economy will be immeasurable. With that sort of like a breakdown of sheets which will be slid down to Miko, basically denoting +3 economy.
Yeah, Miko reads through it quickly and then he nods and says, yes, Rilinid speaks the truth. This would be a great boon to the economy of our small state. The Xan do, as you know, trade in many exotic reagents, herbs and other things. He sort of, looks over at Andaria. I think our new Magister would be pleased for such an arrangement, for instance. To which Andaria, nods. See your eyes, the gleam of research in her eyes.
Of course, there is still much work to be done. Official bonds of alliance must be forged. For now it is but words, and I have not yet had the time to properly sit down with the Skisroll.
Perhaps moving along at an equal pace between the two would be prudent. We do not wish to insult either party.
You don't blame me. You
Rilinid just sort of leans back.
See, reducing unrest is cheaper than paying for these goddamn diplomatic missions.
Rilinid leans back and says, well, yes, as we must make equal efforts to establish proper and official bonds with both the Zan and Skisral, so much the equal effort must be displayed. The cost will be roughly the same in this endeavor. However, the boost to our economy and eventually to stabilize our entire region and populate more in the decades to come will be far more valuable than anything else.
Miku looks at the list. He looks very tired.
Oh.
But Rilinid,
I'll get Rilinid.
is really all of this oil necessary?